Hi friends and family. I am putting this together per request of a few of you to see how the basics of FamilySearch works. So let's go over my first tutorial. Alright, right up here, this bar, this is more for dad. Put FamilySearch.org, not com, it's FamilySearch.org. And hit enter. It'll bring you to the FamilySearch main page. Now, when you're here, first thing you want to do is go up this upper right hand corner and press sign in. Okay, there's two ways to sign in. You can register for a FamilySearch username, or you can use your LDS account. What I do first is I go up here and I go to Family Tree. Now you're looking at your name. This is your line. Now there are 4 different ways to view the same information. They're different formats, different styles, but don't be confused because the content is pretty much the same. Go up here to the upper left hand corner where it says View Tutorial. Nope, it says View Traditional. I'm not what anyone would call a strong reader, so bear with me. Alright, it starts on Traditional. And let's look at Portrait next. Alright, excellent. So this is the same information viewed a little differently. Here I am, here are my parents, and here is my dad's dad, my dad's mom, over here. My mom's dad, my mom's mom. And their parents, and so on. Now, if you would like to see further up on any one of these lines, I'll go over to Steel Line, click that. Buffering. Progress is being made, come on. Big money, here we go. Alright, so now this is Lafayette Steel, and Lenny Mae Renfro, takes both of them. So on this side is this side of the screen, Lafayette Steel. Over here, Renfro. By the way, I looked them up, a little bit of a terrifying people, but they have a really neat history. So Lenny Mae Renfro is over here. Her dad, her mom, his dad, his mom, and you can just keep on going up. As long as information has been put into the computer, which is done by indexing, by the way, then the information will be on your chart. We'll come to indexing later. Okay, now what you can do is go down to any one of these. We did dad's side here, so I'll go to mom's side, and just click on the person. We'll take Graham. Okay, Brookie Mae Carden. Now this little box pops up when you click her little box. It just expands. It'll show you the birthplace, time of death. It shows how many sources there are, how many discussions about her there are, and how many memories are included. We'll get to that soon. And then it will show under temple, let's see, baptism, confirmation, endowment. Wait a minute. Initiatory endowment. Oh, they're still spelling endowment with an E, I guess. Let's see, seal into parents and seal into spouse. So if you just kind of put your mouse over any one of these, it'll typically show you the date it was completed. So she was confirmed a member of the church on May 1st, 1934. Her sealing to parents was completed. Sometimes we'll just say completed, not a date. Don't need to worry about it. And sealing to spouse, there you go. Mesa Temple, June 27th, 1947. Now, if you would like to see an expanded version of this little expanded screen, just come up here to her name, click on Brookie Mae Carden. It pulls up this information. Here we go. Alright, we'll go over the vital information first. Vital information. Her name, gender, birth, death, burial. Then down here, toward the bottom, it shows spouses and children. She's married to Harold. And it'll only show you the children that have passed and your direct line. So I can see mom, but I can't see my aunts that are currently alive. Okay, so that's her spouse, children. These are her parents and her siblings. As they pass, this will load up. Alright, so these are the details. Let's go to the memories. Memories include a few things. There are photos. Yeah. Stories. And actually, okay, under stories, here you go. Press more. Okay. So the only story in Graham's profile is her obituary life sketch. Now, I do know some things about Graham. I'm almost sure she kept some kind of record of her life. And I'm almost sure she would like to have that used in the stories column because she spent decades fine-tuning her legacy. So that's something that's when we talk about work that needs to be done, this includes some of the work. We need to add life stories and information and small stories and memories of these people. It's like I've said this before, it's just like online dating. How much are you going to fall in love with someone online if you only see their name? Probably not a lot. You need to know who they are as a person, look at photographs, view memories, all these things. That makes you kind of attached to these people. And so when you're both dead, you can see each other and be like, hey, yeah, I know you. I don't know that's how it works, but... Oh, and that was done by Carly, by the way. Carly Porter, she put that story in, so thanks, Carly. Alright, these are the photographs. And audio. Audio is a great new feature that you can do. Actually from an iPhone, I think Android pretty soon. Just get the Memories app. It's called Memories. And the Memories app, you just do 3 things. You put photos on it, and then it links it right up to your FamilySearch account. Stories, same thing. And audio, you speak into it for up to 15 minutes. And also that launches right into your FamilySearch account. The last category here is documents. If we had any birth certificates, death certificates, any information about Graham, which I know we do, it would go here. And again, as a favor to her, we should probably do this. Alright. Okay, we go back to Graham here, under details, and on the right hand side, it'll show record hints. These are indexed records. The FamilySearch system is deducing may belong to Graham. The name is Brookie May Carden on some of these. The birthday lines up. The death date lines up on some of these. And they're asking us to review it, and if it is her, to attach it to her file so she's linked to this document. Now, just so you know what indexing does, this is what indexing does. Somebody came across a batch of death records or obituaries or census records from the 1940s, which was actually a giant project done by the church. I think the biggest they've ever done was the 1940 census. And somebody typed in Brookie May Carden and all this information about her. Her father's name, her mother's name, and because somebody indexed this census, we have the benefit of having her information into a computer, and we can review and attach it. That's what indexing does. It just puts info in the computer for people, and we are the beneficiaries of this now. So, pay it forward, or whatever 90s catchphrase I can think of. It's a good thing. Just, you don't know what good you're doing, maybe. Just index. And by saying that, I've only done it once, so I'm kind of talking to myself there too. Alright. We're pulling up the 1940 census of Graham. Okay. Lewis Card, Winifred, and Brookie. They show siblings Louis, Mariner, Philip, Grover. So, for everyone that knows her, we know this should be attached to Graham's file. The right-hand side is Graham's current family tree. The left-hand side is the census information. that we just pulled up. So this census is not attached to Graham yet, but it does have more information about Graham we can add. Anyway, we'll go down the left-hand side to the census information, and it'll show us what information we don't have in Graham's file. Residence, 1940, South Canaan. This is more information about her from 1940. We'll just add that. Press add, it goes right over into Graham's family tree. Then residence, click add, goes over to her family tree. That's all you have to do. And go down, make sure there's nothing else. Okay. All it does is ask you for a reason to attach a source. I'm going to write census. Oh, sorry. Census record matches Brookie May. Not a strong typer either. Let's just call a spade there. Okay, write down the reason and press attach. This is work we just did for Graham. If you or anyone ever says the work has been done, think about Graham. If her work isn't done, just trust that there's more to do. It's hard to believe anyone's done more than this woman. Okay, we're back to Graham's homepage here, and it's just pictures and status updates. This is Facebook for people that can't make Facebook pages anymore. That's all it is. And you're linking people together. You're making her a friend file, whatever. All right. So we looked at the memories. We know that consists of photos, documents, stories, and audio. We learned how to go over to record hints. This shows you records they believe line up with Graham's and for us to decide. And this is a fun one, ordinances. Click on ordinance right here, and it shows you that Graham has completed all of her ordinances. Baptism gives you the date, confirmation, initiatory, and usually they'll show you the temple. This was Mesa. Oh, in 1947, there are like no temples then. It's fun. Endowment, Mesa, sealing to parents, and sealing to spouse. All right. And then over here we'll show you the spouse they were sealed to, the parents they were sealed to make sure that information is correct. A lot of times, parents aren't linked to the children correctly, and so that's like things you need to research, or we all need to research to link them together so we can seal parents to their children. There's a lot of opportunities to fix those things in all of this, all the FamilySearch pages. All right, we're done. So we'll go to click on tree. Over here in the upper left-hand corner, brings you back to your page. Now, we were looking at this in portrait view. Now we're going to go to everyone's, I was going to say fan favorite, but that's a lame pun. But whatever, it's fan favorite, fan chart. And it's coming. Here it is, the big reveal. All right, fan chart. This is what's popular. All the kids are doing it. I think the most bishoprics in every ward showed everyone how to do a fan chart. Everyone's supposed to have 4 generations of genealogy done. So that's been a directive from the first presidency. I think since the 1920s. So your name will be in the middle. If you're married, your spouse will be here. Their information will be below. All right, so this is me. This side is my father. This side is my mother. So when you get here, it just shows you the basic information: their name, birth date, and death date. But let's say I wanted to go to, what if I wanted to Put Albert Francis Young in the middle. All right. So I go up to here and to his name. Lining the other name is the little fan that pops up and highlights dark gray. Click on that. Then he will pop up in the middle. So Gertrude Jane Durbridge was his wife. We knew them as Bert and Gert. That's fun. And her information is below. Since he is the highlighted person, his information is above. So we're seeing missing places here. This is work that needs to be done too. Finding who these people were. Or when something says deceased, find a birth year. There are a few ways to do that. You can look up birth certificates, death certificates, and a great way is to go to findagrave.com. Findagrave.com, and you can look up where they are buried. The great thing about this is headstones have the correct spelling of their name, the year they were born, the year they died, and the coolest thing is people are buried around their family typically. You can find siblings you didn't know existed, children they had, other relatives just right around the grave. And on findagrave.com, people have taken pictures in all these cemeteries, so you can just kind of poke around up there and see who's next to the people you know about. It's an awesome resource. It's hard to convince people genealogy is for the youth when I'm seeing websites like Find a Grave, but believe me, it's cooler than it sounds. All right, let's go back to our own family tree. Go up to the tree, drop-down menu, and it'll show people you've recently pulled up. Your name will always be on the top. Click on your name. There you are. You're back to 1. All right. What was I going to show you? No idea. Oh, yeah, I do. Descendancy. Give me a D. Man, that'll do it. All right. Your name will pop up. Press expand. Now, never mind. Let's do this a different way. And I'm going to keep this mistake in here because, we learn from mistakes too, I guess. That's what every teacher I ever had told me. What you do is pull up your name. It's asking you to select an ancestor because you're the only person. This family tree only goes backwards. So I'm the only one that's represented here. Let's go back to fan chart. All right, now we're going to pick somebody to put in the center there. Go a few generations out. I'm going to go up the Steele Renfro line because my grandpa was a convert to the church, and so these people are more likely to need more work done for them. So let's go up to Abraham Banta Renfro. Click on his fan chart by his name, which will make him the cornerstone of our little experiment here. Anytime, Abraham. All right, here we go. So he's in the middle, and once you have somebody a few generations out in the middle, go up to the upper left-hand corner and click on Descendancy. When that pops up, Abraham will be on top, and everyone in his family born at his time or later will show up under him. So here we go. Big money. All right. Now in this column on the right hand side are temple icons, and they are different colors. I'm not here, they're all the same color here, but they'll show up in different colors. So if they pop up to be green like this, it means you can request the ordinance for that person. If you get this symbol here, the brown computer magnify glass, says that it has a record hint. So there may be a record you want to link to that person. It suspects that they're a match, and you can verify. Research suggestions. Sometimes they're duplicates of people. Actually, I don't know if that's there. Look up research suggestions on your own time. That'll be a fun adventure. I'm not sure what that does. Data problems. This is, he'll say things like, hey, this man was 4 years old when his children were born. This might be a mistake. And correct it. So right now, this color I believe says it's in progress yet. So this means that for Albert Lewis Renfro, his status of temple work is in progress. And then these are people attached to Abraham here. I believe his spouse and children will be here. You expand this, shows more about Abraham, just that information we hovered over. You can collapse it, and then click on the temple again to get rid of that. Same with all of these. So, look for the right-hand corner for those temples. Now let's pick someone older than Abraham. Let's go back to the fan chart. Abraham's in the middle, but what if we go all the way to William Renfro? Click on his fan. All right, there you go, William. Okay, now he's in the middle. Go up to fan chart, Descendancy. And what we're looking for is it's like a bright green temple. That means that everything's ready for that person. Oh, what? A winner. Okay. Where'd you go? This is what I'm talking about. This bright green temple down here. It means that everything's been done for this person as far as the computer is concerned, and it is ready to take to the temple. This is what someone referred to once as a slot machine name. You didn't have to do anything to earn it. You just got lucky, but it still needs to get done. Their point was, don't just look for the slot machine names. You have to put some effort into some of these things. You know, correct the files, find documents, attach them, and take those people too. Don't just look for the ones that are sitting pretty here. I'm clicking on that. Okay. So it says you can request ordinances for William Renfro, but then, well, and down here, what needs to be done is sealing to parents can be requested. Possible duplicates exist. These ordinances may have already been done. If this was not here, just press request. Then as soon as you hit request, you'll find it in this top tab under temple. So if you request anybody, then you go to the temple tab. Okay, and then these are the people you have reserved. As soon as you want to do one of these, you check off this box, and then go to print, you print it out, and whatever prints out on that printer, you just take that to the temple, and they'll give you a card. That is how you print a name. It's, after you do it once, you'll think, oh, I didn't know it was this easy. I would have been doing it, forever. But that's what I thought. Way easier than you think. And see, here I have all men but one woman. So I'm going to give this to a relative so they can perform her work. I promise this one to Vonnie here, so we could, and Nick and I are going to do these. So it'll be fun to get everyone's name who's in your family. That's like a big thing. They want you to take names in your family. Again, it's surprising. We didn't know these people existed. That's why we thought our work was done. It's just not. I can't stress that enough. All right. Now I'm going to just show one more thing. I mean, we learned how to print a name. And what I'm going to do now is go back to my tree. All right. Now it's still in Descendancy view. As soon as that comes up, I'm going to go to Traditional. And William is still the star of this one. I'm going to click on the tree, drop down menu, go to my own name. There we go. We're back to the beginning. So, the last thing I'll show you here, because it's kind of fun. So your name is here, your parents, their parents, and then I'm going to follow this. Actually, I'll follow this line. We'll stick with Renfro. We're going to expand this tree. And all their work is done. Let's see. And we keep expanding it. As long as dates and names keep coming up, you can keep going. And I think about 25% of people are part of a line of royalty. If you're, you know, one of those people, then your chart will go on for centuries. It's really kind of neat once you hit that stride. Now, as we go up the line here, we start to see little temples with these colored icons next to them. And these all tell you something about what's going on. It says that it is in progress. Just hover your mouse over it, it'll show you what it means. Alright, what does this yellow triangle mean? Let's hover over it. Needs more information. Alright, we'll just go to the side here. Click on needs more information. Here we go. So it needs more information. The information it says is possible duplicates exist. Check possible duplicates. Okay. So again, we can keep going from 1613 to 1565. What? That's crazy. I know. Sir James Stewart. Yeah, that's right. And then you keep going, Alright. So that's kind of where it tapers off. Unless you go do one of these other ones. You can keep going. Who knows? Let's see. Yeah, that keeps going a little bit. Oh, so that's a strong line. Down to 900. There were counts. Someone named Edith. That really is an old name. Alright. Okay, so anyway, I'll just show you what you can do aside from just going a long way back to see these people. Actually, since we're already here, where is it? Let's go to one of these people. Sir James Stewart. Alright, let's click on this guy. And he even has a memory here. Look at that. It's our family crest. Anyway, that's just fun to poke around and see those people. This is a direct line too. It goes straight from Renfro there, and then just switches the name to Stewart the Third. So we didn't know we were Stewarts, but we are. Alright, and then on any of these things, one more thing I'll show you is if you just put your mouse over it and go down to children, it'll show you the children. Oh, wow. They were busy. Click on any one of their names if you want. It'll pull up their profile. This will show you their parents. Sometimes they're multiple parents. So John Renfro was probably married twice. And this will show all husbands. Elizabeth. Wow. All right, Elizabeth. So she was married to these gentlemen. And it's pretty user friendly once you just get a little bit of a rhythm and know a few basics. So just play around. And one thing I would want to stress is that there's a few different ways to do the same thing on here. So if you're doing something differently than you did originally, but you came to the same information, that happens a lot. Don't be confused by that. Alright, I'll click on this tree here. Oh, we're back to the beginning. Alright, back to the beginning. Hope this helped a little bit. Anyway, that's it. Enjoy Family Search. Bye.